Filipino cuisine has been on my radar for many years. I'm very fortunate enough to travel the world the way I do, and some of the best restaurants outside of Manila now are Filipino restaurants. It's got this dynamic excitement to it. There's even chefs in New York, Filipino chefs in New York, chasing Michelin stars. I was in Melbourne last month and we had one of the best dinners I've ever had in Saraya, a beautiful Filipino restaurant. So there's something quite refreshing about the complexity of Filipino cuisine. I love the heritage. I love the regional aspect of Filipino cuisine as well. But more importantly, from a chef's point of view, the flavors, the sourness, umami, the richness, the spice, the paste, and so the sweetness as well. Pretty incredible. Filipino food is like the sleeping beauty of Asia. And you've got this incredible melting pot. But honestly, I know half a dozen tremendous Filipino chefs that are on the radar and are getting prominence within their community. And so I think the Westerners have woken up to the humbleness, and now it has its own identity that it can stand as good as Vietnamese, Cambodian, Southeast Asia. Filipino cuisine is a now standalone, competitor for the big boys. From spending time on the East Coast, the West Coast, to Europe, Filipino chefs are prominent. They're a prominent force, and I look at my young brigade here. The youngest is 17 years of age, and the eldest is 32. They're hungry. They want to develop. They want to navigate their palates around the globe. They want to use that heritage that they've grown up with through their grandmas and evolve Filipino cuisine. So yeah, one of the staples here of fish and chips is done with lapu-lapu. And so that fish for me is unique, very unique. I have a show on Disney called Uncharted where I go off and I search for this incredible sort of treasure chest of ingredients. And I hope to bring that here to the Philippines one day. It's a tough one, isn't it? Because, the nation suffered greatly through COVID. That's gone. And so we're now in that trajectory. Fermentation is incredibly healthy. Everyone's understanding the importance. The Koreans have been doing it with kimchi for centuries. And so the next level of trends will be more protein, fermentation, less fussy dining, and more reflection on true ingredients, less tampered, played with, and more honest food. I think that's the three key notes for me across 2025. Say goodbye to the foams, say goodbye to the jellies, and welcome back the real DNA of flavor profile. Customers now want more in touch with the chef. They want more seasonality with dishes. They don't want to see the same food on a menu 12 months a year. What happened in COVID is that everybody became a chef. Everybody had to cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The Philippines are a die-hard, enthusiastic, working nation. So they move quickly. So we have to be very smart with the combination of how we feed and how we develop these new dishes on the menu. So it comes down to the ingredients. The better the ingredient, the little it needs doing to it. I have more variations of club sandwiches around the world than you'll ever know. And so I know my club sandwiches. There's something humble about a club sandwich. And I had a delicious one here with a Filipino take. It was spicy, the mayonnaise was spicy, and then the chicken was cooked to absolute utter perfection. So yeah, I love club sandwiches. Yeah, the one dish that takes me back every time, it would have to be a Sunday roast. There's something quite unique about just the way you roast a beautiful strip loin, ribeye, tri-tip, Sunday roast. And that was a big staple for us growing up. So it would be a celebration. And it was done with beautiful roasted vegetables, roasted potatoes, Yorkshire puddings, and a beautiful slice of incredible roast beef, horseradish cream, a little touch of gravy, and then finished with an amazing trifle. We didn't have individual trifles, it was just a big bowl of trifle. And we got to spoon 2 or 3 spoons of trifle in. A bit similar to your favorite dessert. Halo halo. Yes. sweet. I love that. Love that. Love it, love it, love it. It's all the same thing. It's super sweet, it's delicious, and evaporated milk. That was how we used to make rice pudding growing up. We used to bake rice pudding with sultanas and evaporated milk. So I have a Filipino sweet tooth. I love it. After all these years in the industry, I'm as excited today opening here in the Philippines as I was with my first restaurant. I think there's a level of responsibility on my shoulders that I need to deliver in a way that you set the bar. But more importantly, I love innovation. The talent in the kitchen here is incredible. And the incredible paths that these young chefs are taking now, mastering my techniques, is going to set them up for success in life. So yeah, I couldn't be any happier right now with the attitude of the industry. And like I said, it's been devastating for the last 5 years because of the COVID. But there's a wealth of talent here from 17 years of age right through to 32 that are the future facing of the Filipino culinary world. First of all, master your craft. Really understand what it takes to become a great chef. Don't play at it, don't tiptoe over it. Bed yourself into a really good kitchen for 2 or 3 years, put your head down, and then learn outside of your shifts, on your days off. Save up and go and eat. My attitude at 22 was discovering new ideas, getting up to speed with new techniques, and then getting comfortable being uncomfortable, really embracing another culture, a second language, and then read, study. There is so much exciting information on the internet today in terms of the social media platforms, the trends, the talent, the platforms. You've got every chance to push yourself forward. And it's like studying for a degree in culinary. You've got your knowledge, but learn from other people's knowledge and keep on feeding in to the machine. When you see things, open up, try things out, and don't run away from the difficult things. Attack the difficult things. It makes you a much better chef.